Hello, my friends. Welcome to my corner. I wanted to share a story with you. Is that okay? I don't have any commentary, any analysis, or anything like that. Just some good old-fashioned storytelling. What I'm about to share with you is a Japanese folk tale, and this is how I found it. When I was a kid, as you may know, I'm from Argentina, so in Argentina we eat a lot of alfajores. If you have not tried those, I urge you to do so as soon as possible. Okay, they're good for your soul. So there was a particular brand of alfajores that came with a little book. It was a little tiny book, the size of the alfajor, with different folk tales. They had tales from Aesop, from La Fontaine, from all the classics, right? And one of them was a Japanese folk tale. And I tried to look for a version of it all over the place, but I could never find it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you my own personal adaptation of this version of that story that I found inside that alfajor when I was a little kid. So the title of the story is Lentil Nose, and I'm going to have an image here for you while I read the story. So here's the story of Lentil Nose. Once upon a time, there lived in Japan a very poor old man. Every day he went to the woods to gather dry branches. He would then sell the bundles at the lake's bridge. One day he waited in vain for a buyer to arrive. At last, tired, he began to throw the little branches into the water one by one. Who knows, he thought, maybe they'll be useful to the goddess of the lake. Minutes later, he saw a spirit emerge from the water. In her hands, the spirit carried a little doll, and she spoke thus. The goddess of the lake thanks you for your gift and sends you this doll. His name is Lentil Nose. The old man could not believe his ears. Lentil Nose has great powers, and he will grant you anything you wish for. But there is one condition. Every day you must offer him 3 dishes of fresh shrimp. The old man went back to his hut, set the doll in a place of honor, and looked at it with great respect. From that day on, he served him fresh shrimp every morning, afternoon, and evening. Needless to say, the old man wished for countless things. If he needed money, Lentil Nose would let loose a loud sneeze, and the bag full of money would appear. If he wanted to eat delicious meals, Lentil Nose would sneeze, and there they were on the table, ready to eat. One day he asked for a house. Another sneeze, and that was it. The old man's hut vanished, and in its place appeared a mansion surrounded by beautiful gardens. And so, sneeze after sneeze, the poor old man became a rich man. He even lost the habit of working, to the point that his only task was to go to the market to buy shrimp. How disgusting, he thought one day. My silk robes are beginning to smell of shrimp. So he decided to get rid of the doll. I don't need you anymore, he said. Go back to the lake and send my regards to the goddess. Lentil Nose sneezed louder than ever and flew like an arrow in the direction of the lake. As soon as he had left, the house began to shrink, and the flowers in the garden wilted all of a sudden. By the time the doll sank into the water, the splendid house had disappeared. In its place there was only the old hut. The rich man became a poor old man once again. He ran to the market, bought a huge basket of shrimp, and he went back to the lake. Lentil Nose, he called loudly. Look what I brought you. As a response, he received a shower of sticks. They were the same branches that long ago he had offered to the goddess. She was now returning them in exchange for Lentil Nose. So, that's the story that I have for you today. Once again, a Japanese folktale that I hope you enjoyed. As always, I welcome your thoughts, comments, recommendations, and any ideas that you may want to share with me. Thank you so much for stopping by, and have a wonderful day.